Alright, Wrestling Hero Figs. We're going to be looking at the rest of Elite Series 84. Buddy Murphy, Rhea Ripley, and Sheamus. If you guys missed a review on any of those, go check it out, man. We already put it up. We did it on the big dog Roman Reigns. Where is he? He's right over here. We also did it on Jeff Hardy. And first time on the line on Hale Garza. Now, there will be two right here that will be displayed within first time series. Rhea Ripley being the other. And yes, we're going to get both of these on box. Before that does play out to be, I definitely want to put them side by side with Seth Rollins, because we already got the custom and there was a basic within the same gear that you could have the matchy-matchies. But again, that's the whole purpose of why you're coming over right now. Let's check out the review. Let's get this unboxed and let's let Buddy Murphy tell us of whether or not the Messiah is still going to play out, or what we could do. I'm just going to throw this out there. No. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and show you, because we do got one side by side where we can put it right there. So we got a prior release and we got the current release. Obviously, we had the shorter shorts. Now we have the accurate long tights, and we also have the rubber shirt with Seth Rollins. Only thing is, though, is that the Monday Night Messiah right there within that white outline section, it's not being printed, man. Come on, dude. Drop a like if that's something you guys would have loved to see. Interchangeable hands, we are going to get 2 pointer hugs, and then the ones that are on the figure are going to be the 2 mic open. Getting further into it, now we can go ahead and check out the rest of the gear. We're going to see if the Disciple is going to be doing the work that he was doing right there for Rollins. So on the right side, we got all the lettering. Mine is turning out pretty good. The only issues right here towards the bottom where the socket meets, you can see the quality control. They just did not continue with the outline work. It just stops right there. And I'm not sure if it was because the way that it was all molded right here, but at the same time, a little disappointing. I mean, I know anytime that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, because I think a custom representation is probably the best way to go about it. Now, if you look at Beast Nation, you can see also the color of it all. So this is going to be more white versus like a gray. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, regardless of even there being a knee pad, you can see how the line, it still carries all the way down, except, again, right over here on Murphy, it just kind of stops right there. So a little bit of issue, but really not that big. The other thing that we do got to discuss, though, is the knee pads, my friends. Like, what the crap? Like, I thought we were in Elite Series 84 thinking that knee pads, whether it's a long knee pad, short knee pad, it's no longer a thing. But no knee pads here. And look, I know the way that he does wear them. You know, I got some ideas, guys. Turn on that notification, man. We'll discuss that a little bit later of the way that we could go about it. For the kick pads, we got the solid full-on white right here up front, and on the back, you're going to see that right here coming all together the way that it should. Now, the belt, too, there is some molding, not like the entire belt itself, but the actual straps of it all. It does share the exact same crotch piece as the prior release, so if you got it right here, you can see the way that it's all sculpted up front. Now, going back to the actual belt of it all, you can see it's going to be the straps that you'll have the elevation. The rest will show a little bit of molding, but it's mainly going to be within the actual centerpiece of it all. So overall line work, I don't know, I like it, but at the same time, there's some minor improvements that could be done. And if you are wondering as to what it looks like with the shirt on, I'm going to go ahead and put it on right there. Even though it's missing some of the font, it's all good, man. We could still go ahead and have it. Torso 2, exact same piece from the previous, which I think Dolph Ziggler, that's the most common representation, or a Finn Balor, that's kind of what we saw over here. Same size arms. I do like the arm choice. The long strap right here within the wrist straps, they're all connecting right there with the elbow. The head scan, I do think it's the exact same. It might be a repaint within the beard, but as far as expression and the overall look, it's the exact same piece. The hair is a little bit darker, at least on the beard, not on the actual hair piece of it all, but you can see right there side by side. I think rating, you guys, look, a 9.3 is pretty good. There's some little things that we could do and that we're gonna do. You already know. Sheamus is gonna tell you, he's like, oh, so you're new to the WHF channel, huh? Well, guess what? He's gonna tell you something, bro. He's gonna tell you that not only because if we get a figure in this specific look is the way that we have to keep it. We got options. We're going to go ahead and do them. I already got some that I want to definitely get into play. And I do want to pull up the Series 116 Sheamus as well, because we do have that figure already up here to show you as far as like the head scan as to what we saw over here and what we're getting with Elite Series 84. That being said, I think it's time that we go ahead and take him out when we see the shirt right here, because at least Sheamus, he's coming with the shirt. For the other gents, they came with the shirt, but again, it was rubber and now we're getting cloth. So, you know, cloth is always a plus side. It's going to be sealed up in here, but we're going to slip it out. So there's a shirt. Interchangeable Hands too. We are going to get the 2 mic open. One's on the figure. We'll go ahead and get the close fist. So there it is. We got the Sheamus. We have the snake, and it is wrapping. And I'm not sure if this guy, like, forgot to take his, his Wheaties that morning. But at the same time, like, why the hell are you going to eat yourself, man? Like, you're supposed to be eating the prey. You're supposed to be going after, like, isn't that what snakes do? I used to have a mouse, and I'm telling you this as a childhood experience. It was the mouse that ran away. It wasn't the snake eating its own tail, unless if it maybe it had some kind of like poison or it was trying to get away from something. That's my only conclusion as to why Sheamus decided to go with that look right there when it came to that logo. Was it a good choice? Was it a bad choice? It was the only choice that he had to make, and it's the damn necklace that's going to have to be slipped out in order for you guys to see it. And yes, I'm going to show you the torso. Don't worry, we'll get back to that in just a sec. I just want to show you what the accessories look with it on. Do I like it? I do, especially that necklace. You guys know exactly how I feel about the necklace. On the back piece, man, I don't know what's going on, man. It's like the freaking Velcro just did not want to work today. There you go. It's all stitched together. Now we can go ahead and represent it accordingly. Now for the straps too, they are going to have the matches. We'll get the black. It's going to be the inside of it where you'll actually see the same matching logo that we'll actually pick up later on within the actual necklace. And I do like, dude, here's the thing too. Like the necklace, most of them usually have like the really flat finish. For Sheamus, on the other hand, definitely seeing like a nice glimmering touch to it. Now the scan too, as we did mention, Series 116 did have that as well. So basic prior release, it's going to have almost like, for the tint too, it's almost going to be identical, except on this one too is going to be slightly darker as to what we're picking up over here. The gear too, obviously it's going to be based off slightly different. This is going to be like the darker, almost the same matching silver that you saw with the necklace. You're going to see it down here. And I actually wanted the green because I know for the return, that was something he had brought back, and that's something that we still could definitely do. I definitely want to incorporate this head scan. So again, more stuff will be discussed later on as things play out. I ain't trying to spoil everything. All I'm going to say is that Sheamus, it's something that needed to happen, man. Elite figure form at least, because the basic, it was holding us off, and you could have done the head swap, but at the same time, you wouldn't have gotten everything that we're seeing within the boots, the knee pads, and everything being executed. Look, I'm going to tell you, as far as the overall fig, look, Sheamus has always been a plain old Dane, so the limitations are clearly going to be restricted, and this is the green. Actually, if you look at the back of the packaging too, that's actually the exact same attire that we are having over here. So again, that basic, yeah, man, they're going to eventually meet at some point. They've already been discussing it. They said, I think for a ranking, we're going to give them, what do you think, an 8.9, and that's still pretty good. Sheamus, dude, what do you guys think? So far, so good. This series is going to be a thing of, like, prior releases. If, like, Rhea Ripley, for example, well, actually, she's not an example because she is a first time in the line, but I mean, like, for Sheamus, like, had you done away with, like, Series 116 and just taken care of the upgrade yourself, there you go, my bro. And Rhea Ripley, man, here it is. Here she is. It's game time, and it's also double giveaway time. And yes, if you guys missed it, the full unboxing, she's being thrown in as the double giveaway for Elite Series 84. So if you haven't entered yet, again, go check it out on the channel. It's real simple, my bros. Now, Interchangeable Hands, we will get 2 mic open. Only other accessory apart from that will be the jacket, and it's going to be this jacket that's really going to turn this freaking figure up, because that thing, at least from what I've seen so far, you guys, there is a lot of Brit Strong within this, man. Like, you can even see it segmented, located on the back, dude, plus all that studded pattern. Look at this, you guys. Like, you can feel it. Like, I think if you were to go ahead and just, let's say you were not paying attention, right? You get this out, and then you pull it out, and then you accidentally put your thumb on it. You might end up getting hurt. No, you're not going to get hurt, but it's pretty cool that they are kind of giving, like, that whole realistic feel of it all. And I do like how it continues up front. You can see how it's all divided right there. There's going to be the little center plastic piece to keep it all separate. And the reason why, if for those that are new, that are, like, just started collecting, if you're curious, like, dude, I wanted to keep my finger in the packaging. Only thing is, though, is that entrance jacket, it's not on the actual figure, and there has been a lot of issues within, like, QC where the paint ends up bleeding. So I think that's just what they were trying to get away from. They wanted to make sure that none of that was going to be a problem, and I do want to put that on. Before I do, I want to take a close look at Rhea. See the overall execution, and I'm telling you right now, like, out the gate, fresh out of the packaging, it is standing very firm right there with the look. And I actually like the pose too, like how they have her pre-pose with her arms up. Like, that's just ideal. That's just something that you're going to be celebrating right there on the shelf. And if you do look right here with all the chains, it's going to continue like same stuff that we got going on down here towards the bottom. It's going to be inside the actual top of it all on the back side. That's where the party stops, my friends. Now you will still have this, and this is a really nice thing to see, because there's been so many times where like the tank top mold, it was just done away with, like they didn't even bother sculpting it. So nice to see that they took care of that all the way around here. Now for mine, I am seeing a little bit of paint chipping, so the true color actually underneath this, it's not skin tone. I'm pretty sure it's based off what we're seeing off the top. Only thing is that now you're starting to have some of that chip away, and that's the issue. Like ideally, you'd always prefer reverse. Like you would want the actual skin tone to be the primary color, and then black being the one up top. For the necklace, it is very flushed up against there. Like you can rotate and you can move it. It shouldn't hinder with any of the articulation, but still pretty cool, man. Now for the actual hair piece, you can see that like it's going to be like its own separate piece within the rest of the sculpt. So this is kind of like all pre-molded and then just laid on top of it. The color on it, I'm kind of picking up like a hint. It's mainly like the primary color being gray. There is a little hint of brown, but that's really all about it. And I do like that. Look at this. Rhea Ripley right there at its best. Like for me, I think the print turned out, oh man, so good. I like this figure so much. I think once we put on the jacket too, it's going to really wrap around as to how really great the figgy is, man. And I do want to cover the rest of the pants right here, because that's when you're going to see the matchies once you get that executed by putting on the actual jacket of it all. So here it is. All this continues right here. All the zipper pockets, even the skin tone, it's doing real well right there by the knee and upper thigh, just the way that it's all clashing together. Look at this. I mean, I could literally sit here for like 10 hours, unless until you get to the top or the back side. That's really where everything's going to stop, like the back cargo pockets. I feel like there should be some more stuff going on, but I could be wrong. I'm definitely going to look into it, because it just looks like they either Mattel got lazy or Rhea just decided like, I think I want to put all the action on the front of the boots, on the front of the tights, and call it a day. Now ranking, yeah, this is a clear perfect. Nah, not a 10. I'm not going to go ahead and call it that, because there are some questions that we will eventually take a look at once we get upon further investigation and really narrow down where Elite Series 84 is going to rank. Because now that we got all of them reviewed, I think it's game time and we discuss as to who's going to be number one. I think, look, Jeff Hardy, that new tattoo, it would have put him into like I would say easily within number one, definitely number two, no doubt about that. But what I'm saying is like the overall color and how it turned out, yeah, I don't know, man. I still got to give it to number one for sure, Mr. Garza. Number two, I'm going to give it to Rhea Ripley. Number three, there you go, man. Jeff Hardy, you were going to fight for the position, and I think you got it. 4, Big Dog, those brand new scans, but it's that damn back tattoo that I'm just not sitting firm on that. Look, anybody that knows that that was an absolute thing that needed to happen. And then for Sheamus next up, buddy, there's some things, we will talk about it later, but again, that's why you got to turn on that notification bell. That's why you got to hit the subby button. Come join the WHF fam. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, Jeff, we're attempting it right now. Let's go.